find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks free. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you give positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Tight end goes in motion. Back to throw. It's Russell. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Takes the handoff. It's Wilson. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 36.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. To throw, it's Smith. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down. And the drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
And the Golden Eagles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Sticking with the running game. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Smith. The ball is hauled in. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Golden Eagles pick up enough yardage for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Has the first down and more. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he finds his tight end for the catch. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on the hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Miss, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First play of the drive now from the 25. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. To the air. It's Russell. Looking deep downfield to the left. It's caught inside the 30 and still going. Touchdown, Horned Frogs, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they tack on the extra point. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Shotgun running play call. As the first down is still going. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pulls it in. It's Allen. Breaks loose at the 40. Make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw. It's Smith. Quick throw to his receiver. It's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Important second down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Delivers quickly to the left side. The pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway was a huge play for this defense. And the TCU offense takes the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Looking to pass here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? looking downfield. It's Russell. Makes a quick grab. Breaking free at the 35. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Horned Frogs will have 1st and 10 here. And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll run it here. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Christian. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Looking to throw. It's Smith. Makes the catch. It's Allen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a receiver. Taking a deep shot here to the right. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They make the stop, but it's a big play with a 31. They move the 6 before to the line here on 1st down now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's an out route. The catch made. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? There's the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of it.
Well, I love watching these linebackers fly around, doing a good job of reading their keys. Saw the guard pulling, shot through that A-gap, and was able to blow this play up.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On third and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
They keep the kicker on the sidelines. It's 4th down from the 4. They're going for it. Back to pass. It's Smith. This one falls incomplete on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
So the offense begins this drive backed up at the 4-yard line. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The DB's backing off from the line now. Using his legs, it's Green. Got the first down and still motoring. Now here he goes. Past the 40, the 30, inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, TCU.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Southern Mississippi offense back out on the field. The passing game effective in the first half. Let's see if they keep it going or if the defense has made adjustments trying to protect the lead here. Ran by the receiver. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
That's caught. It's Allen. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gain there. To the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Smith. Looking for the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Golden Eagles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Allen. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive down multiple scores. Stopped on 3rd for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
TCU offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? He gets loose. Powering through a tackle. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. And now the handoff. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks right for a quick completion. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Important 3rd down play coming up. third down, it's a handoff. Gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
The Horned Frogs will try to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. We stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
I'm going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Someone got a hand up to deflect that one.
What a swat there by the defender. And if you think about it, if he swatted that ball and it fluttered into the air, he would have had himself a deflection and a pick.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Tight end makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff. Working.
Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. It's a shotgun run call. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Back to pass. It's Smith. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Allen. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Golden Eagles looking to run some tempo here.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Nothing fancy there. Just comes out of the slot and runs a slant route.
Yeah, it's so difficult for the defense to be able to slow this play down because it happens so quickly. Even when you know and might anticipate that this throw might be coming, it's tough to disrupt the timing when it's executed well like this right here.
Fires it to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Time for one more play here in the quarter. third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. The receiver makes the catch. He moved the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. And Kirk, it's TCU with the lead so far. He played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Southern Miss.
And the Golden Eagles offense is on the move now. Dropping back, it's Smith. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Breaks into the open. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. With the catch, it's Green. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Fights off a defender. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So, nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Run the ball, get out of Dodge, keep everybody healthy.
And the Horned Frogs looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Looking to score. They'll run it to the left side. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. The field goal is good. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Golden Eagles offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Receivers are bunched together. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. To the air, it's Smith. The receiver grabs it. Finding some room at the 25. Ball carrier wrapped up, brought down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to a 39.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
On first down, it's play action. Quick throw to the left. And the senior quarterback off target there. Threw it behind him.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Incompletion makes it second down. Handoff here from the shotgun. First down and more. He's still running. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down at the 48. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. The Golden Eagles have first and 10 here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. To throw, it's Smith. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space, and a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
They look to throw it here on second down. Here's the target, and it's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Golden Eagles line it up with first and goal. First and goal, handoff. Stop at the line, still a few yards short from Hayter.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Wilson. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They connect for 6.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, and it's a touchdown.
Now the try for 2. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Southern Mississippi.
The offense is out there. Here comes a 2-point conversion attempt.
Razor. Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Smith. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
That keeps the score.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
13.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards into the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense just takes a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And now the stage is set for this season's ultimate college football game. We will see you at the National Championship. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.